Hello everyone, we're continuing on the perfume saga that I'm taking you on these days. I'm finally filming my fragrance wardrobe or perfume collection. I don't like calling it a collection because I don't buy things to hold on to them for collector's purposes. I buy things that I wear. So we have covered 4 parts. Part number 1 was introductory. I do suggest that you go and watch them in order. So part 1 was introductory. Part 2, I covered my powdery scents. In part 3, we talked about perfumes for colder weather, daytime wear perfumes for colder weather. In part 4, we talked about anytime, anywhere scents. So perfumes that you could just wear for any occasion, workhorses of anybody's fragrance wardrobe. And today we're going to address evening wear scents. Now I have 2 rows here, and just for the purposes of not making it super long, I am going to go row by row. So number 5 is going to be addressing these guys, this row of evening wear scents, and number 6 is going to be addressing the next row. So let's start with Replica. This guy I have been using for a long time. I can't seem to use it up because it is super concentrated and really does not require an application that is more than half a spray. So 100 ml was a mistake. I really should have bought the smallest one they offered. But I love the scent so much, I was like, the 100 ml is the best deal, which I don't do anymore. But several years ago, I have bought this one, and it's still fine because I do store my fragrances in a dry, dark area, and I pull them out to use for a few weeks a year, basically, each. So Replica by the Fireplace is the scent that we're talking about right now. For me, this is an evening casual. For me, this is a winter evening casual scent. It basically smells like a fireplace, which is what the name suggests. It's a very distinct scent. It imitates this burning fireplace, sooty feeling completely. And the impression is almost perfect. There are only a few scents in my entire perfume wardrobe that I would say are completely reflecting the name and are basically memory scents. You close your eyes, you smell it, you know exactly what it smells like. And Replica by the Fireplace is one of those. I wouldn't say it's the easiest scent to wear. I mean, obviously it's unisex. Anybody can wear this one. But I do find that because it's so linear, your nose is getting tired eventually of smelling the same thing all day long, and this is a pretty strong distinctive scent. So I'm glad I have it. I really like it, but my love for it has diminished based on the fact that I get tired of it easily and I really can't wear it for more than 1 day at a time. I have to switch it up, where some of the other ones I can just pull out and keep on my vanity for a couple of weeks and keep going with it. This is not one of them. This is a very specific feeling kind of scent. If you're feeling like you want a cozy fireplace smell, if you're feeling a need for a cozy fireplace, it will satisfy that need, but really isn't otherwise super easy to wear. Very distinct, very beautiful, not the easiest to wear. So again, I'm happy I have it. I'm not so sure that I would repurchase it, and that's a surprise to me because previously I've always thought that I wouldn't be able to get by without it because it's so special. But the versatility factor is almost 0 here. Then we have an oldie but a goodie, a scent that I've repurchased many times, and a scent that is a scent that all of you guys, I'm sure, are familiar with. This is the original Shalimar EDP. I mean, beautiful bottle, obviously. I have used so many different Shalimars. I've used the Eau de Cologne, Eau de Parfum, Eau de Toilette, Parfum Initial, Right now I have this flanker, Parfum Initial. So I've tried my share of all kinds of reincarnations of Shalimar. The weakest, in my view, of all of the flankers are the Souffle de Parfum. That side of things, I have purchased both the Lumière and the Souffle, the first one. I didn't like either of them. I got rid of both of them. I still do like the original Shalimar. I don't think that this is the easiest guy to wear, although I don't think it particularly is so vintage and unwearable that it's not going to work well for people. It will. There is a little bit of a soapy thing here, a little bit of soap, a little bit of incense, and burnt vanilla. That's what you're getting with the Shalimar. I fear to say, after so many repurchases and so much love that I had for this fragrance, I'm starting to feel like I'm kind of over it. I don't think that I'll be repurchasing this very much. I'm sure every few years I probably will get a new one and use it up, just because it's almost a tradition for me. But this guy, I'm close to being halfway through it, and I'm not sure if I would go for it again, and I'm not sure how long this is going to stand around without use. It's been probably about 3 or 4 months since I've reached for Shalimar. I'm not sure about this, and this is shocking to me because 3 years ago, if you asked me which Shalimar to buy, I would say this one, and I would say that this is a forever fragrance that I will never, never, never be without. But because I've gone through so many bottles of this particular one and so many bottles of all the other Shalimar flankers, I am all Shalimar'd out, and I have been probably for a while, but I did continue to wear it. I get there's a beauty and elegance to it. It's a vintage smell, so you're buying a smell that is not current, not modern, not edited for what's going on in the perfumery world right now, which is its strength as well. It's really beautiful. If you love vintage fragrances, this is a good one. Really lovely. The quality is still pretty good, although it's been on the market for so long. I do have to say, for me right now, I'm of two minds about it, that's for sure. Next we have Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. This is something that I'm not sure when I'll finish, because I'm a little bit less than a third into the bottle, and I've had it for maybe 3, maybe 4 years. So it's been a while. It doesn't require a lot in terms of application. It's a nice heady scent that sticks with you. For me, this is a pretty formal interpretation of a vanillic scent. It's not that sweet. It's not that sweet. There's a dry vanilla to it. There is some sweetness, but it's very unisex in my mind. Probably leaning a little bit more soft and fluffy. There's a beautiful fruity tobacco there. It's, so for me, maybe an evening time work function. So either some kind of a banquet or something like that, maybe a restaurant trip for dinner with your colleagues. Really lovely. It's one of the ones that I would definitely like to have on hand if everything was wiped out and I had no fragrances. From this category, that would be one of the ones that I would certainly want to repurchase. Very pretty scent. It's a good one. Then we have the shocker of the bunch, a scent that I have shat upon for years, something I could never wear, something that made me gag a little bit, something that made me feel a little sick, something that smelled like nothing that I would ever wear. And here we are. So again, 6 to 8 months ago, I did have this weird flip in my body chemistry and in what I was craving. And I started craving a lot more sweet scents, a lot more sweet scents. Leviable from Lancome has been something that I despised, something that made me cringe a little bit. And its popularity especially was very annoying because I kept smelling it everywhere. I had trouble with this one, I have to tell you. And I have never actually owned a full bottle until now. I don't know what happened. With some kind of an order from a cosmetic store, I had like yet another little sample of Leviable. I was going to toss it or give it to someone else. And then I opened it and I dabbed it on maybe 3 months ago. and something weird and magical had happened, and I was just knocked out. I was knocked out. I didn't know what happened to me. What happened to me? I had no idea. But this all of a sudden became a must-have. I have purchased it. I've worn it to bed a lot because this is my husband's probably favorite fragrance that I own, and there's no surprise about it because it's hazelnutty, sweet confectionery delight that is absolutely brilliantly composed. And I can see now why it was so gosh darn popular. Right now, the popularity of it kind of dwindled down. People moved on to equivalent or similar scents, like maybe Black Opium right now takes a similar place to what Leviable was taking. But this is so sweet. I have no idea how the heck I'm tolerating it, but I'm loving it. I'm living for it. And I really need to explore more sweet scents because previously it's not something that was a no-no for me and made me feel sickly. But I can now tolerate sweet scents, and the whole world of sweet perfumery had opened up in front of me, and you can be sure I will be exploring it. Occasion-wise, for me, this is most definitely a romantic, intimate date scent. Again, my husband's favorite out of pretty well everything I own. He likes this one, and he likes Aquilina Pink Sugar, which I wear to bed. Those are the two of his favorite scents. He likes cookies and cream. What can I say? He likes sweeties. So this is something quite special. So if you do like sweet scents, you already know about this one because it is one of the reigning queens of super sweet scents. I am obsessed. Weirdly, if you told me a year ago I'd be all over Leviable, I'd be like, you're crazy. No way. Here we are. We have another vanillic concoction, which is Kenzo Amour EDP. This is a 30 ml bottle. I don't like the design of it. It's awkward because you have to find like a specific angle to close the bottle, but the juice inside is lovely. It's slightly dry, ricey vanilla. Very sophisticated, very elevated. It is one of the vanillas that I would say is more business-minded. It's one of the vanillas that I would say, again, just like Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, I would probably wear it to an evening time work event. It's not offensive, it's soft. It doesn't have a very far throw, but it does stick around. So all the best things about fragrances, love it. I feel it's a very, very wearable little gem, and I would recommend you check it out if you like vanillas, but that are on the drier, slightly less sweet side. You might really like this one. And the last one in this row, and then we'll move on to the next part with the next row, is this little guy by Histoires de Perfumes, 1899. This is a very nice niche pick for a very cozy winter drinking wine by the fireplace sort of setup. It's slightly spicy, slightly sweet, gingerbread cookie-like, which is kind of Christmassy smelling almost for me. So winter time, evening time, and sometimes even daytime, I do enjoy this guy. I'm not yet convinced that this is full bottle worthy for me. Perhaps it will be. This is another one that my husband really, really enjoys. Again, gingerbread cookie, yum. Who could resist? So let me know, what kind of scents do you wear for evening time? Do you prefer a certain family of fragrances? Do you like orientals? Do you like florals? Do you like gourmands? Probably a lot of people will say gourmands for that particular situation, evening time, especially for more romantic occasions. There's something that connects there's a big connection between olfaction and taste. So gourmands probably are a nice trigger for that symbiosis of pleasureful experiences. And have you tried any of do you have or have tried any of the ones that I'm talking about? If so, what are your thoughts about those? And what are your favorites in that category? I'm always curious to know. Next video, we will be tackling the second row of evening time fragrances, or at least what I consider evening time for me. We'll keep going and finish this thing up at some point. My goodness, this is taking forever. I'll see you guys later. Talk to you soon and stay safe.